Hey, BooTube. I'm sorry, my dog's like right here, like literally. Hang on. Come here. Come here. You will be my star. But anyway, hi. Hi. Okay. Anyway, I'm done with this one. I don't know why this is still in my window. But anyway, this is my reaction rant. Odie, you're kind of taller than me right now. Hang on. I don't want fur all over my shirt, so stay right there. Good boy. But anyway, this is my reaction rant to the Arrow Season 4, Episode 8, Season 4, Episode 8, Episode Legends of Yesterday. I don't know why that got tongue-tied. But anyway, so basically we left off on Flash's episode, which is also, ironically enough, Episode 8, titled Legends of Today. So this one's titled Legends of Yesterday, which is very appropriate considering the new show's called Legends of Tomorrow. But anyway, they all regroup. I'm not sure if they... At one point, one team goes to Central City, and then the whole team goes to Star City. I don't know which went first, Star City or Central. But anyway, they gather together, basically in this little country farmhouse, and it's pretty funny because Thea makes a little comment on it, which I thought was a pretty cute little Easter egg joke to Marvel, where they end up at this country farmhouse, and Thea's like, I don't remember the exact line, but she's like, okay, superheroes at a country farmhouse in hiding. I feel like I've seen that in a movie somewhere. And that was a cute little nod to Marvel's Age of Ultron, because we all know they all were in hiding in Hawkeye's farmhouse, and she made a little spoof to that. That was funny. I give her props on that one. But anyway, Vandal Savage is now not only looking for Kendra, but now looking for Carter, because, you know, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, because they're reincarnated beings who existed like 4,000 years ago, and he's trying to kill them, mainly to get power, because he's been killing them, like, he killed them in the past 260 lives, right? But anyway, they're being hidden by Oliver Barry and both Team Flash and Arrow, again, in the little country home and everything. And, Malcolm pretty much pops out of nowhere at one point and pretty much sets up a meeting for Vandal Savage himself. Obviously, he's going to be there. Barry and Oliver. And Savage pretty much demands them to pretty much turn over Kendra and Carter, or he's going to destroy both Central and Star City with the Staff of Horus that he found in the episode 8 of The Flash. And we all know that with Vandal Savage, it's very possible, especially with that. I'm sorry, my dog's like right here. Okay. You see this? See that? Right there? That thing in my camera? That's my dog. But anyway, hang on. Oh, where'd he go? Okay. Anyway, so basically with that threat in there, they pretty much devise a plan to pretty much deliver both Kendra and Carter, you know, like as a ruse, to get close enough to, like, grab the staff and destroy it. But unfortunately, when that whole thing happened, Carter and Kendra end up getting killed, and Savage pretty much uses the staff to destroy everybody else. Like, first Kendra and Carter end up getting killed, right? And then, Oliver pretty much tells Barry to run and sacrifices himself in a way. So he tells Barry to run while he gets killed, and then you see everyone else get killed in the background from the staff. While Barry, he's escaping, running as fast as he can, and what do you know? He runs so fast that he ends up going back in time again to the point from the original... Hi. From the original meeting with Vandal Savage, you know, where he's like, hand them over, right? So basically, Barry traveled back in time to where he had a meeting with Oliver Savage and Malcolm, right? And so basically, Barry pretty much tells Oliver, yo, I just traveled in time. And you know what happened before I traveled in time? Kendra and Carter died. I saw your ass disintegrate. And I was running so fast, so at the same time, all of, I forgot it was Central Star City. The whole city was pretty much disintegrated. and I just went back in time. So basically, after all that, they pretty much had to change their approach to the plan, because obviously, from what Barry told before he time traveled, the plan did not work. So they pretty much delivered Kendra and Carter like they originally did before the time travel, but this time, not with just Oliver and Barry. They had the whole team with them, and also the gloves that Cisco made before Barry time traveled that did not work. Yeah, Cisco upgraded it. He made it better to the point where the gloves did work, and they stole the staff, and pretty much Barry and Oliver used it on Savage, which pretty much destroyed his body. After the whole shenanigan and everything, Kendra and Carter, they decide to use their powers for good and help others in another city, which according to Carter, they used to live in their past life. And, what I thought was very interesting about this episode was the fact that the whole time traveling thing, at the same time, as we all know in the last episode of Flash, Legends of Today, Oliver sees the girl that he impregnated like 9 to 10 years ago with a son that's around that right age. And basically before the time traveling thing happened, before the whole plan and the time traveling, he does talk to the girl. I forgot what the girl's name was, but he basically, the girl pretty much lies to him, saying, it's not your son. I miscarried your kid, and a few months after I miscarried your kid and moved away, I met a dude that's his kid. But then, Oliver, being sneaky, manages to get a hair sample of the kid and ask Barry's help in this episode to pretty much a DNA test, which pretty much proves that it is Oliver's son, although Barry's not sure what the test is for. And the worst part was that Felicity later on ends up going to Barry's lab. Barry, seriously, you're the fastest man alive, and yet you can't hide a piece of paper fast away from Felicity? Seriously? But anyway, he's holding the DNA thing, looking at it. Felicity ends up coming into his lab. She sees the paper briefly before Barry stupidly and not so convincingly tries to hide in his pocket. And Felicity pretty much figures out that, sees the tests, finds out Oliver did a DNA test with somebody, and finds out he has a kid, and that Oliver hid it from her. And so, basically, before the whole time-traveling thing, it looked like it was over for Olicity. It really did, because, Barry kept it a secret and all that stuff. She's like, I don't care if you had some sort of kid. The fact that you hid it from me, and pretty much told Barry to hide it from me, that was a no-no. And she basically told him, you can't even trust me and all that stuff. And I don't blame Felicity on that. I would probably be the same way. And, that girl, though, Oliver's baby mama, I understand that, she knew Oliver as the playboy who always got into trouble and got into so many things. But at the same time, she saw what's been happening to Oliver over time, like what happened to his mom and him running for mayor, seeing that he is changing his life around, but at the same time, she's like, despite the fact that you're changing your life around, you still have a crazy, hectic life. And she's just saying his mayor stuff, right? Like, you're running for mayor, you're dealing with the death of your mom, and all that stuff, your new stuff, you're turning everything around, but you still have a busy, hectic life. You won't have time for your son. And I don't want that for him, and I understand that, but at the same time, she's refusing to let Oliver, 1, get to know his kid, and 2, forbidding Oliver from telling anybody that he has a son, which is really not fair, because Oliver, he literally promised Felicity that he would not keep secrets from her anymore. He will not keep secrets from anybody anymore, especially Felicity. And I understand that you don't think that Oliver, whether it's his past or his current life, that he has a hectic life and he won't have time for his son. I understand that, but to tell him not to tell anybody about his son is that's kind of pushing it. I understand if you don't want him to kind of have be in your son's life kind of because of how you know him or what you've heard from him and all that. But to tell him to keep that secret from the people he loves, the people he pretty much said he wouldn't keep secrets from, is kind of going out there. And after the whole time traveling thing, it happens again, the speech with the baby mama. But amazingly enough, I can't believe Oliver did it, but he actually agreed to the terms where he's like, you know what, fine, I won't tell anybody, not even Felicity. And so you actually see him have this cute, intimate moment with his son, but at the same time, you know that he's going to have those intimate moments with his son, but keeping it hidden from Team Arrow and especially Felicity, which is not a good thing because in the end, you pretty much see pretty much Felicity ask him anything interesting, all that stuff happened because, you know, the time traveling thing happened. And because Barry traveled through time, Felicity no longer knows about the kid. And so Oliver, painfully enough, did not tell her about the kid. I really did think he was going to, but he chose not to, which I think is a bad move. Because like Barry said, the times where he did time travel, consequences happen. I mean, the original timeline with Iris, he told Iris ahead of time about his secret identity, and they had ended up having a kiss, a romantic moment where we all thought they're going to be together finally. And then he travels back in time and all that, and now they're not together at all anymore. And so there are consequences to Barry's time traveling, and the fact that after the time traveling, Barry did not tell Felicity about his kid, or Felicity doesn't know about the kid at all, I don't know, that could have a consequence. I really do think it will. And I really hope that consequence does not mean Felicity's life. I really hope not. Or I just hope that the consequences to Barry time traveling and Oliver not telling Felicity about the kid does not result in Felicity breaking up forever or Felicity's death. I pray to God that does not happen. But let's get to the point where, since I only have a little less than 2 minutes before my video stops, let's get to the fact that we see Malcolm frickin' Merlin go to where Vandal Savage's ashes are, and he collects them! What the fuck?! It's like, you're all warning Team Arrow and Team Flash and saying you're all scared of Vandal Savage, and you would not mess with Vandal Savage if I were you and all that stuff, and mumbo jumbo. And here you are, collecting Savage's ashes? Are you serious? You're the one who's scared of the man and you're collecting his ashes. What do you think? You bring him back to life or something and he's a forever debt to you? I mean, how is he going to bring him back to life anyway? I mean, obviously Vandal Savage ends up being alive because he's the main villain in Legends of Tomorrow. And so obviously whatever Malcolm does with Vandal Savage's ashes actually work and he comes back to life because he ends up being the villain to Legends of Tomorrow. But how does he do that? We all saw Nissa Al Ghul freaking destroy the Lazarus Pit. I know in the comics there are multiple Lazarus Pits. But the main one that he's living near, that one's destroyed because of Nissa. And I just find it ironically odd how he was in both episode 8 of Flash and episode 8 of Arrow. Malcolm's all scared shitless of Vandal Savage to the point where he actually warns Team Arrow and Flash, who are kind of in his way, his enemies, with the exception of his daughter. He warns them, oh, don't go against him, and then he ends up collecting the ashes. What the fuck? But anyway, I'm kind of curious on how he manages to revive Vandal Savage, because, like I said, Vandal Savage is alive and the main enemy to DC's Legends of Tomorrow. So I want to see how that happens. So anyway, I'm running out of time, and I will see you guys for the next one, episode 9, which will be on December 9th, called Dark Waters. So, hey! I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!